there, I'm Erin with 5 Parks Yoga. I'm so glad you can join me today. Today's class is designed to help you wind down after a long day, either in preparation for this afternoon or this evening's activities, or to get you ready to roll into bed. Either way is great. It's going to be mostly restorative in nature, deep stretches, not super long holds, just enough to like loosen you up and really relax you in your body and your breath. So go ahead, get comfy, cozy. We're gonna begin on our backs. And before we begin moving, I would like to thank all of my amazing YouTube members and Patreon supporters. Your generous support keeps 5 Parks Yoga creating new classes on a consistent basis, and we appreciate you beyond words. If you'd like to learn more about helping support 5 Parks Yoga, head to 5parksyoga.com/support. I would also like to thank all of my subscribers. Be sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment below so YouTube knows you loved this class and want to see more content like this. And if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. For those of you who would like to practice with me in person, I hope you'll consider joining me on one of my upcoming summer workshops in Colorado or retreats in Costa Rica. All dates are listed on my website, 5parksyoga.com. All right, as you get comfortable on your back, you can just rest your arms alongside your body. Bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly pose, reclined butterfly pose. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up belly, ribs, chest. Let it go through your mouth. Let's do that one more time together. Breathe in deeply. Fill up your belly, ribs, chest. Let it go through your mouth. Just feel all of the residue of the day just melting away, coming into this space here. There's nothing beyond either your mat or the space that you're lying in to bother you right here, right now. Your only focus is to release, relax, and let any resistance go. Feel into your body, feel into your breath. And then hopefully what will follow is a calming in the mind. Stop the spinning, stop the chatter, and release. Staying with your slow, steady breathing, we're gonna move into a deep hip stretch here. So extend your left leg long on your mat. Hug your right knee in. Take your hands around your knee, bring your right knee up toward your right shoulder. Squeeze it in tight, bring your elbows in and down, and then flex your feet back. So we're moving into an active variation of this hip stretch to make it nice and deep. You want to compress the hip flexor. This is great if you've been sitting all day. Really good for the low back. Just notice the sensations here. Okay, now we're gonna relax the grip on the right knee and draw it across the body for a reclined twist. So you can keep your knee just as it is. If you'd like to take another variation of your twist, it should feel good in your body, no like force or effort. So sometimes that means like stacking the legs or bringing the arm in closer. If you want to make it a little bit deeper, you'll extend your right arm straight to the right so you can feel that big stretch on the top of the right shoulder, the inside of the right shoulder. Deep breathing. Come back through center. Let's take those stretches on the other side. Extend your right leg long. Draw your left knee in. Hug that left knee up toward your left shoulder. Flex your feet. Draw your elbows in and down. Big compression in the left hip flexor. Feel the stretch in your low back. Feel the activation in your arms. And your right leg should be nice and strong because both feet are flexed back. Okay, so active, active, active here, getting deep into the hip And now relax the arms, relax the leg, and bring it across your body to the right. Again, if this stretch feels like it's too deep in your low back, then just bring your right knee up to meet it. Just feel out different sensations and different shapes. This doesn't have to look a particular way or achieve some particular goal other than to just twist out your spine and relax into the shape. Keep expanding and extending your breath, bringing all that fresh oxygen into your body. If you've been maybe a little bit stressed, holding your breath, feeling tension in your chest, this is a great time to release it. All right, let's come back to center. And now we're going to take knees to chest pose, Appanasana. Pull both knees in. You can hold on to your knees with your hands, or you can wrap your arms around your legs. Squeeze those knees together. Again, this is a deep compression in your hips. And obviously you're flattening out the spine, so just drawing the base of your tailbone down toward your mat. Imagine that one day your entire spine is flat to the floor. Maybe it already is. If not, just kind of working in that direction as you simultaneously pull the knees closer in. So it's like an opposing action, pressing your hips down, pulling your knees in. Okay, so this is active, active, active. And now please relax or release your grip. Place your feet on the floor and just start to windshield wiper your legs. So you're just gonna rock them back and forth. Okay, now we're going to stretch those hip flexors out in the opposite direction. So coming into bridge pose, we're just gonna do rolling bridges, gentle. So lay your hands alongside your body, press into your heels. Now with your breath, your slow, steady breath, roll up. At the top of your breath, just pause and then roll down. It doesn't have to be high or aggressive. Just feel the keep going. Feel the articulation of your spine. Feel the opening in the tops of your hips. Okay, we've got 2 more rolls. Try to work with the breath. So as slow as your breath comes in, your hips lift. As slow as your breath goes out, your hips lower. And then place your hips down on the floor. Now, bring your knees in nice and loose. Roll the length of your spine 3 times. If you're not in the mood to roll, if that feels like too much, just press your way up to seated. All right, we're gonna stretch out the chest. So come into a cross-legged position. Reach your arms up. You're gonna bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, press your fists down toward the floor. Lift your chin up, and then hinge forward from your hips, reaching your fists up and over the back of your head, just in that direction. Maybe they're still resting down on your low back and you're just lifting them a little bit. That's great too. You're gonna get a great stretch in your chest and your shoulders, either way you go. We're just holding this for 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, come all the way back up. And from here, extend your legs forward. We're gonna take a seated forward fold. So you have a couple of options. You can just keep your legs straight like this. If your hamstrings are feeling super tight and you have a bolster, you can rest your bolster underneath your thighs and take a more passive variation of your seated forward fold. Or more active, if you want a deeper hamstring stretch, you're just reaching towards your feet. So let's begin hinging from your hips, reaching toward your feet. If you're in the more active variation, okay, you want a deeper stretch in your hamstrings or your low back. If you want a more passive, you're just gonna rest your legs on that bolster. Maybe you have a pillow that's nearby, and then just drape your torso over your thighs and release your forehead towards your bolster. we're all gonna hold wherever we are for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, roll all the way back up. And now we're going to take a wide-legged seated straddle split. So we're gonna be stretching the inner thighs. Now, again, if you have a bolster and you'd like to use it, so spread your legs wide. If you have a bolster and you wanna take the passive variation, you're just gonna roll over your bolster. Maybe you even have a block and you can even make it higher and just rest your head down, just like so, if you're looking at the camera. Okay, if you want to take the more active variation or you don't have a bolster, you can either just kind of round forward or you can stretch forward, walking your hands out in front of you. Okay, so whatever you decide to do, we're going to rest here for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, maybe an extra 3, 2, 1. It's kind of pleasant. All right, come all the way back up. Now we're gonna take the comforting, very comforting child's pose or embryo pose. I'm going to show you how to do it with your bolster if you'd like. So if you have a bolster, you want this very restorative variation, you're just gonna place it between your legs, just gonna squeeze your legs into your bolster, and you're going to roll forward and place your ear on your bolster. You could do this with a couple of pillows or a different prop if you want. If you don't have a bolster, no problem. Just reach your arms forward. Child's pose is just so restorative. But man, resting on that bolster feels really nice. Now, another alternative for you is embryo pose, where you bring your knees together and then rest your arms alongside your body. This can even feel more comforting. So the idea here is to find a sense of comfort in your body and your mind. You're here on your mat, you're safe. You're connected to your body, you're connected to your breath. There's nothing else outside of your space right now. If you have your ear on your bolster, go ahead and switch sides. We're going to continue to hold. So if you're switching sides, you're just getting a little stretch here to the neck. Okay, wherever you are, roll your way up. And we're going to come onto our shins. And again, if you have a bolster, you can sit on it if that's like a little more supportive for you. Otherwise, you're just gonna rest your heels on your hips on your heels and your shins on the floor. And we're gonna stretch out the neck. So we hold a lot of tension in the neck, face, and jaw. So we're gonna focus from here up. All right, so first just bring your left, or I'm gonna mirror you. So bring your right hand down to your mat. You can tent your fingertips, bring your left hand to your head, and draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Come back through center, switch sides. So bring your right hand to your head and bring your right ear to your right shoulder, all the while reaching your left arm down, keeping your shoulders in line with your hips so your spine is nice and long. All right, come back to center. And let's take some half neck rolls. So again, sitting upright, you're just gonna take your ear to your shoulder and roll back and forth. out, come back to center. Okay, and lift your chin up. And from here, open your mouth really, really wide. Stretch your jaw. So you're gonna open wide as you can. Okay, come back to center. Now scrunch your face up. Even if you feel silly, squeeze your eyes, scrunch your face, scrunch it, scrunch it, scrunch it, scrunch it. Relax. Okay, so really notice. Now, notice your forehead. Relax your forehead. Notice your eyes. Relax your eyes. Notice your cheeks and nose. Relax your cheeks and nose. Now notice your lips. Let your lips slightly part. Make sure that your teeth are not touching each other. And really notice your jaw. If you need to take one more little yawning motion of your mouth, you can open and close and relax here as you take one more deep breath in and out. Okay, I'm gonna close here with our greeting and then guide you into a supported Shavasana. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. And for a nice long Shavasana, if you'd like to take a supported fish, I invite you to do that. Otherwise, just lie down onto your back in Shavasana. If you want to take supported fish, you can rest your bolster along the length of your spine. And then you'll just roll back onto it. And then position yourself so that you feel comfortable. And then you can take your arms wide, take your legs wide, or you can take your legs into butterfly. Test this out, and if it feels like it's too much and it feels like you're not quite comfortable, then please come all the way into Shavasana. Otherwise, let's close with a big breath. Breathe in, belly, ribs, lungs. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Release it through your mouth. See if you can rest here in stillness. Nothing to do, nothing to think about, nothing to focus on. This time, right now, right here, is just for you.